been very active with me on Skype as well, and being very helpful and very instrumental in getting this business off the ground since the very beginning. Also, Joe and Carol, I appreciate your vision and insight, getting in early as well, and doing such great things. And I've had a really great time with both of you these last couple of days. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of good laughs. Khalid from Rochdale, are you here? It's good to have you here. You want to stand up and come up here?
Don't be shy now.
You've been a good cameraman. Taking lots of pictures, so thank you so much for everything that you're doing within the business as well. It's been an honor and a pleasure meeting you. Every one of you. I could probably call so many of you, but Paul Crowley.
Yep.
Stand up, Paul. Paul.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's always an honor to see you on over the camera.
That's
I
right,
recognize your face.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You're here yourself here to Manchester as well, so you are. And we're doing all quite well with your business, so we are as well.
So thank you for everything that you're doing with the business, and thank you for everything. And also Sharon James. It's great to meet you as well.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for everything you're doing. I think I see you on Skype, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So
It's the beginning.
Right. I could probably go over to so many of you. I mean, I recognize so many of your faces. I might not know all of your names, but I just want to thank you, all of you, for being here and being part of Trafficmonsoon. You can go ahead and sit down. Thank you so much. What I wanted to tell you a little bit is very similar to Emmy. In 2008, for me, my background in this industry, I was working in customer service for over 10 years, answering lots of phones, helping a lot of people. So I always was looking for ways to solve people's problems and look for ways to meet people's needs and help people's lives become a little bit better. And so when I first got in this industry, it was kind of an accident, actually, really. Because what I really wanted to do is find a job. That's what I was looking to do. And my first thing that I was looking for is just to be in customer service, or maybe find a way to be a customer service agent for my own home. Because I was going through a divorce, and I was having sole custody of my son. And so for me, it was very important to be there for my son, but also make an income that I could be able to provide for him. And I lost my job in 2008, so I was really motivated to get a working job that I could actually make sufficient income for, just as a single parent. It was a big important thing for me in 2008. Well, I applied for jobs, interviewed, but all those, that was the height of the economic crisis. So there were a lot of people that were saying, we were hiring about 10 minutes ago, but we just filled all the positions. So we'll keep you in mind if we ever have one open up again. So it was really hard to find work. And there was one job that I saw posted for a company. It was supposed to be an energy drink company. And I said, okay, I'll go to their meeting. It turned out it was multi-level marketing. And my first thought was, scam, this is a joke, no way. But something inside of me reminded me of the law of attraction. You've got to act on the opportunities that come in front of you. If you want to make more money, if you're trying to achieve a greater goal, you've got to act on something. So I said, okay, I'm going to act. I'm going to get signed up, I'm going to get started. But I came across a whole new set of problems. How do I get new contacts? How do I get leads for my business? How do I grow my downline? I don't want to talk to my friends and family that are not interested. They're not entrepreneurs. I am. They're not. And they've got their own careers. They've got their own lives. They've got their own goals. But how do I connect with people? And that's where I started to become that customer service representative. How do I find a solution, not only for my own problems, but I started to recognize as I would go to these meetings, everyone had the same problem. How do you grow a downline? How do you generate leads? How do you generate traffic to your lead capture pages? And I started just to research and learn all kinds of ways of doing that, to connect with people all over the world. And some of the leaders who have been in this industry a while can probably vouch for this. Some of the most effective ways that leaders connect is by going to events and connecting with other leaders. There's one leader that's in Ireland, she's not here, but I asked her, how did you connect with people? And she said, I go outside at one of these events and I'm smoking a cigarette and there's leaders out there and we just talk, we become friends, we talk later, and now we're friends years later. And how do you do that if you don't have those events for the beginner people? Trafficmonsoon is an online event every day. When you click on those cache links, you're looking at other members' ads. You're meeting up with other members. You see their photo on their profile picture when you see their ad. These are people, real people. You can message them, become friends with them, contact them, develop lifelong business associations with these people. That's really the benefit of this service, to be able to connect with like-minded people who are all trying to benefit and grow their income from home. You can actually benefit from something that they're offering. They could benefit from something that you're offering. All of you can work together, and the world can become a better place. Now, some people ask, where is all the money coming from for these cache links? And it is coming from members buying those cache links because they feel that what they're offering can be of benefit to you. So, as Emmy was saying, that's a real way of money, to earn money. Advertising is a fantastic thing. Let me ask all of you, what are the 4 ways to earn with Trafficmonsoon?
Ad packs.
Ad packs, so the revenue sharing,
Advertisement.
referral commissions, the links and the clicks, okay.
Advertising your own business.
Advertising, yes. It took me a while to really understand advertising. It really did, because I started in the industry in 2008. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to spend money on advertising. Never, ever, ever. I thought it was just a ripoff. I really did. Kind of ironic now I actually sell the services, kind of on the other side now. But I really thought that it was just a joke. But I attended a training online, and it was from a leader who was talking about paid advertising. And he was showing me the difference between free advertising and paid advertising, how paid advertising can reach more people and get better results. And I started to think, okay, I'm going to give this a try. And so I started regularly advertising. Regularly advertising, not a referral link, because I wanted to do it right. I wanted to make a video. And I was telling Emmy about this actually on our drive here, that I made this cheap little video. My parents gave me a video camera, a little camera for my Christmas, I think it was that year. And I just held the camera up in front of me, almost like a selfie, and I was just shaky. I didn't know what I was saying, but I said something just simple. And I learned some HTML. I didn't know anything about HTML, and just made a little blog with my video saying, sign up here to learn more about how to earn money from home. I started growing a list, just from that little cheap little page I made. That's where you can really increase results. Now there's some people I know just using a referral link, but you can really increase your results by learning some of the skills that help people see who you are, get to know you, meet you. Advertising, as I started to do that, in a meeting and talking with these people, the amount of money that I spent in advertising was nothing compared to the amount of money that I was making. And the more that I wanted to leverage that advertising, the more I spent money on advertising. And that's what Trafficmonsoon is going to help you do. Connect with people. And so that's a real major way of earning money. It really is. So don't overlook it. That's where our revenues are coming from. So as you tell people about this business, you can also look at it as a solution to their problems. If they're already involved in another income opportunity, how are they growing their downloads? How are they generating leads for their business? Trafficmonsoon can do that for them. Can help them connect with targeted people all over the world. So who has any questions about Trafficmonsoon that I can help answer for you? Yes?
Most of the money that's generated is from people buying the ad packs, is it?
Actually, no. Lately,
Right.
I was surprised. There was one day, actually a couple of days, where adding a banner was not working. And I thought, one of my associates online, he said, oh, it's going to be terrible for the business, it's going to fail, all this. And I was like, don't worry, it'll be fine. That day we had a lot more revenues come in than what he thought. In fact, it was about the same as the day before. And no one was able to buy an ad pack at all for that whole day. And it's because these services really have value. You know, when I look at Easy Hits for You, for example, it's a traffic exchange that's been online since 2001. All they sell is advertising services, the same services that we have with Trafficmonsoon.
Yeah.
But they don't share any of the revenue. But Trafficmonsoon is giving you the opportunity to buy the same services. And as you make that purchase for the service, you receive the service. And as you click ads, you receive a share of the revenue. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the sharing, because this is something that's pretty incredible, at least in my opinion, is if you take your $50 and you divide that through by the 1,000 visitors that you're receiving through the traffic exchange, that's about 5 cents a click is what you're, you know, that's how much each page view is valued at, is 5 cents. Now if you click 10 in a day, you get, right now it's a little over $1. So 50 cents of that, a little over $1 that you're receiving now, is already sustained completely from the ad packs. The additional amount is coming from advertising sales. Now, what we're also seeing is more than just $1 coming in. So what we've actually been doing is saving a reserve so that on days that might be a weekend or something with lower sales, we don't want anyone to feel worried or panic. So what we're doing is we're relying on those reserves on lower days to make up for the difference. Because we are actually selling those services outside the ad packs for sure.
Right. And do you have any corporate advertisers looking at this company to advertise with you?
Not so much,
Yeah.
and it's mainly because it is for the home-based business industry.
Yeah.
And so it's really each, as Amy was showing, there's about, what was it? Another home-based business every 12 seconds.
Every 12 seconds.
There's millions of home-based businesses just in the United States, so worldwide that expands even beyond that.
Yeah.
So there's people all over the world who are looking to build up their home-based business. But this is a home-based business advertising resource, not really for
Right.
corporations.
Okay.
For Pizza Hut or something like that. We don't need it, but one day, who knows, we might start to see those ads, especially as we reach over 500 Alexa. I'll be approaching them and see if we can get some of those on.
What is the membership level at the moment?
Right now, we're a little over 23,000 members, and of those amounts, there's only a little over 1,000 who have purchased an ad pack.
Right.
So that gives you an idea.
Early days.
So we've got a lot more people using the services outside the ad packs right now than the people who are actually buying ad packs.
John, how many people would you expect by this time next year?
Oh, God. You know, we were growing so steady and consistently, now we've just been shooting up, especially with those cash links. I wouldn't be surprised to see us over 100,000 in the year.
In terms of clicks are good, of course, and the whole thing's good, but in terms of, say, an advertiser with Monsoon, say I have products I want to put it into Monsoon, so I, as having purchased packs, I'm sitting there looking at them, but I'm not really, you see what I mean? I'm interested in some that are products, I'm not really interested in anything online that is making money again, because I've already got this. But for somebody, say like my son, who actually has got a physical e-book product, if he advertises on Monsoon, have you any stats to say what his sales would be? Because he knows them precisely, because he measures them all. And if you put them on this, are there any stats to say that yes, people are buying X, or because otherwise you won't get the advertisers if he doesn't continue.
When it comes to the ads, like what you said, sometimes you're interested in something and sometimes you're not. And that's what advertising is. I think that each of us have seen the commercials on TV or listened to them on the radio or wherever ads are. Maybe they're in the newspaper, we see them, and maybe we say, I'm not interested. But out of all of the thousands of people, there are real people who might be interested. Now, I can't guarantee what someone's response is going to be to an ad, because that's another person. But I can put that out in front of people to see if they are interested. And when it comes to sales and advertising, I've learned that sometimes my first initial way of doing things didn't really do a very good job. I'll give you an example. Before coming online, I worked in sales at the phone company. And I remember feeling really frustrated because I couldn't sell TV service at all. I didn't believe in it. I could sell internet service,